2023 was an absolutely crazy year for the gaming industry, especially VR games. We had some pretty wild new titles released, confirmation of new ones, and the return of classics. We saw the release of the Quest 3, which in my opinion is one of the best VR headsets that has ever came out. Gorilla Tag obviously had a ton of new maps and cosmetic released during 2023, but we also discovered some new ghosts hidden in these new maps. They even added the old Halloween ghosts from last year back into the game. But yeah, 2023 was the first year that I started doing YouTube, and it is honestly awesome, dude. I am so thankful for you guys, and just the amount of support I got in such a short amount of time is just wild. Alright, I think that's enough of my yapping. We started off 2023 with, of course, a new ghost. This guy you could find in the old mines, and you basically had to summon him with a group of people around the PBBV grave. The ghost was not scary at all.
What?
So as you can see from that clip, it did end up getting pretty popular on YouTube. Grim was a pretty mid ghost. Other than that, January was a pretty uneventful month. We did see the release of the 2023 winter update on the 27th. If you bought every cosmetic from the update, it would add up to about 53,700 shiny rocks. Next to where you could buy the cosmetics in City, there was a new maze. This is one of the greatest foreshadowing moments of all time. February had a lot more things happening compared to January. We got 3 new updates. To start off February, on the 10th, we had the 2nd anniversary of Gorilla Tag and the Valentine's Day sale. For the cosmetics of the sale, we had 2 free items for the anniversary, which was really cool, and they're actually pretty decent items. If you got them, you know what I'm talking about. But the Valentine's Day sale cosmetics would cost about 16,000 shiny rocks if you were to buy all of them. For the 2nd anniversary update, the developers added a massive cake in the middle of City. This resulted in the moving of the maze from the middle of City next to where the current door to the basement is. Coincidentally, this update happened 3 days before I started doing YouTube. The final update that happened during the month was the February winter update. Notably, they added all of the hockey cosmetics and a penguin suit, so this is a pretty decent update. If you bought every single cosmetic in this update, it would be 65,900 shiny rocks. This is the most expensive update so far. Oh my god, this game is way too monetized. What's up gamers, sudden mic quality increase Emerald VR here. We're going to be talking about March. Now this month, this was a good one. Mostly because I released this video, which is still one of the most popular on my channel. But other than that, we got our first new map of 2023. They released the basement map on March 24th, 2023. Alongside a bunch of the new cosmetics, there was a new maze in the basement map. Unlike the previous ones, you could actually escape the maze this time as a mini gorilla, and you didn't have to do any glitches to do it. This next bit of information is kind of irrelevant now because of the science update, but here we go. Remember how I mentioned that the maze up in City was the greatest foreshadowing moment of all time? This is the reason why I need this guy to follow me. It might seem stupid, but I need it. Come on, buddy. Come on, you can do it. You stand on this little circle on the floor, about right here, and you let him kill you. Goodbye. And we're in the cage. Down through this tunnel, which seems really long for some reason. And wait a minute. We're tiny. So, how do you become big again? You can't. Which is why we need to leave this world. There was also a few free badges, and they were pretty decent. If you were to buy every cosmetic in this update, it would be 47,700 shiny rocks. Also in March, we had the mountains map get revamped. Basically, they added this fan and tweaked some of the pathways around the map, so it just looks completely different now. This was the beginning of the most controversial aspect of this year, all of the map revamps. There will be 2 more in the coming months. For the new Ghosts of March, we of course had me. I was using the group tab to kick people. I was a leprechaun. I also invented the glowing eyes face cosmetic before it even came out, so I'm basically a prophet. But yeah, this might have been the scariest ghost of the whole year. Like, honestly, I think everyone here should watch the video about it. It's a really good video. Please go watch it. I need views. On the first day of April, something awful happened. A catastrophe. A cataclysm, if you will. Kaiju stormed the streets of city and took over the branches of trees. It was an absolutely awful day for the Gorilla Tag player base. And also an awful day for the developers, because then they realized that we could get out of the map. Basically, the April Fool's update for this year was you could change your size with your name. So if you put your name as like 999 or something, you become Godzilla, and if you put your name as like a lower number, you just become tiny. And then people found out that if you had Lava or Rock Monkey, if you went up to the tallest tree in the game, you could just jump out of forest. Also, if you became a tiny monkey, your field of view would be really messed up and there would be some like black fog around you, which is where this video on my channel comes from. And that, we got the spring cleaning update on the 21st, where they added the cheese wedge, which is in my opinion the best cosmetic in the game. If you were to buy every cosmetic in this update... Alright, I'm just gonna start putting the totals on screen. It was 59k for this update. I'm not gonna keep saying it anymore. Let's move on. Welcome to the Wild West update, partner. Howdy. So on May 5th, we got the Wild West update, and it was a revamp for canyons and some new cosmetics. Basically, no one noticed that mountains got revamped, but canyons? Oh boy. Everyone was talking about it. We saw the introduction of 2 massive features to Gorilla Tag, which were the ropes and the zip lines, and they completely changed how canyons looked and felt. And of course, we did get the banjo. Pretty decent update overall, but I do prefer the old canyons. And then, near the end of May, we of course got the beach map. Beach map added a bunch of new features, like water, of course. Again, you could get out of the map in this update. It got fixed pretty quickly though, with the developers adding the fan mechanic around all of the map's borders, so it is now impossible to leave them. I'ma be real, there was pretty much nothing going on in June this year. We got one update that was basically a few cosmetics and some minor changes, but that's it. Okay, this is me a few hours later. I don't know how I forgot this, but they added Doug the Bug in this update, and that is super important. I am so sorry for letting all of you down. I guess this is also around the time I started grinding Cataclysm, so that's pretty neat. Let's just move on to July. This wasn't really that cool. July was definitely the most controversial month of the year. They removed the beloved, the amazing, the absolutely iconic Caves and Mines map and replaced it with this. There were 2 groups of people this month. There were the people who liked the update, which were about 10% of the player base, and there were the people who hated the update, which was the other 90% of the player base. I was initially one of the people that liked the update, and I'm very sorry about this, but now I see the sin that has been committed on Caves, and it has not been undone yet, and we are furious, and we want Caves back. Bring back Caves! Bring back Caves! All jokes aside, the Crystal Caverns update is actually decent. The revamp makes sense and they incorporated all the water elements pretty well. The only disappointing part is they removed mines completely, which is the worst part of this update by far. But the cosmetics in the update were pretty good too. The glowing eyes are probably the best ones out of the year in my opinion. Like genuinely, these cosmetics look so cool and they're actually good for ghost trolling if you know how to use them right. And if you don't know how to use them right, you just look stupid. If you want a more in-depth review of Crystal Caverns from me, I made an entire video about it and it actually has good editing, which is pretty surprising for my older videos. I'd recommend go watching it after this one, but yeah, July was a pretty heated month. August was the month that the ghost cave dweller was starting to become more well known. He was an orange monkey in the Crystal Caverns and was not scary. He was just not scary, I'm sorry. Mostly because I made this abomination of a YouTube short. Gorilla Tag ghost hunters have discovered a brand new ghost inhabiting the new Crystal Caverns map, the revamped version of the old caves and mines, and I am going to troll as him. But before I do this, let me give you the hidden lore of this ghost. The old caves map was famous for being the habitat for many ghosts. So once the Crystal Caverns update came, it was only natural that a new ghost would come and haunt the players of Gorilla Tag. And that ghost was me, baby! So basically, I switched my name to Cave Dweller, made my color this weird orange thing, and then made this noise.
Who's here? What the hell? Hell no! What the hell?
Yeah, August was pretty much the month where I started making YouTube shorts again, and then I made 2 of them. The reason for this is because my Oculus broke right as September started. The other YouTube short was this masterpiece. The developers of the popular VR game Gorilla Tag have just released the best video game item ever created. Let me explain. A few days ago, the Back to School update released, which featured a plethora of new cosmetics as well as a few hidden secrets around the city map. But before I actually show you the best item in all of Gorilla Tag, I want you guys to comment down below your favorite cosmetic from this new update. So, the best item in all of Gorilla Tag ever is the nerd glasses. Let's take a look at my actual reaction I had when I first saw this beautiful cosmetic. What is this? I need this. This is beautiful. And come on, after seeing this cosmetic, we both know that. But yeah, in these later months of the year, it's basically all cosmetic and minor map changes. There's not really any crazy big updates or anything, so expect the video to be pretty short after this. But yeah, they dropped the back to school update in August. It wasn't really that cool, it was just a bunch of cosmetics. Let's move on. Hey, remember that part of the video from literally 10 seconds ago when I said all the updates from now on were boring? Well, I lied. In September, they added an entire new game mode. And they actually just added this game mode back into the game, so I'm gonna explain it right now. They added back the volcano. And that one, too. So basically, how this worked in September and how it works now is you toss rocks in there, and as you can see, lava rises. What was that? What was that? What was that? Okay, that's kind of creepy. There we go. Here it goes. It's going. It's going! It's bound to blow! And, so this is the new game mode. What? Oh man. Alright, I guess the children will demonstrate. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, we are in lava mode. Literally like Fortnite from 2018. Honestly, that was peak. Season 8 Fortnite was peak Fortnite. And you can't argue with that. Wow. Okay. This kind of sucks. I take back what I said about the update being cool. Like, the lava literally doesn't rise. See, look, the lighting is sick.
Please rent us the what with your steel. Please, we need the what. Please.
What? The last thing that happened in September was actually a pretty cool event. A bunch of YouTubers and content creators got together, got over 150,000 players in Gorilla Tag at once, and it completely broke the servers the day of the event. On the day of the event though, we did get 2 cosmetics and I was able to get them before my Oculus broke. They are this cardboard VR headset and this free badge. Pretty cool event overall. Good way to end off September. Hey, remember that ghost from last year that got officially added to the game, Lucy? Well, it got added back in this year's Halloween update. Alongside Lucy, there was also another ghost, and it was probably the most annoying thing in all of existence. So yeah, the Halloween update came out on the 6th, and we got some new cosmetics, obviously, and some Halloween-themed map changes. And the cosmetics in this update were probably some of the worst out of the entire year. Like, these things just look super realistic and not like Gorilla Tag at all. Okay, I ended up going on like a minute-long rant about why these cosmetics suck, so I'm just gonna cut it out of the video. But 4 days after the Halloween update, we got probably the biggest update when it comes to all of VR this year. The long-awaited Oculus Quest 3 came out on October 10th. This thing obviously has a ton of graphical improvements and even color pass-through. If you want to see my reaction to when I first got the Quest 3 playing Gorilla Tag, you're gonna have to wait until December. On November 3rd, we saw legs get added to Gorilla Tag with the Thanksgiving update. They were added with the big turkey suit and the cooked dinner suit, which gave you legs in the form of turkey. Unfortunately, these legs were not usable as all Gorilla Tag players are paralyzed from the waist down. But yeah, Thanksgiving update came out. Technically the fall-autumn update, but who cares, it's Thanksgiving. There was also the fall flashback sale, so that was pretty cool. Not much happened in November except for that and the fall map changes. Ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to the final month of the year. The holiday update got released on the 1st, and we obviously saw a bunch of holiday cosmetics and the 2024 glasses, which were 100 shiny rocks. They obviously added snow around the entire map, added some Christmas lights and decorations, and even added that snow globe from last year back in the city. Not really anything crazy, but it was definitely a good way to end off the year. And then on December 25th, Christmas morning, we saw the event that Gorilla Tag archaeologists refer to now as the Noob Apocalypse. Thousands of people got the Oculus Quest 2 and 3 for Christmas, including me. So we saw hordes of new players join the game, looking to be taught. Here is some footage I was able to recover from that day. 7 of them.
Me?
There's 7 of them. If you've never played Gorilla Tag before, well, if you've got this far in a Gorilla Tag video and haven't played Gorilla Tag before, I very much suggest you play it. It's pretty fun. But if you've never played it before, all of those players with Gorilla and then 4 numbers after their name are the new players.
Being tagged already is crazy, like you said. Shut up.
Is that toxicity I hear?
Is it not even a... Okay, now it was a color. It says color. Oh.
So yeah, there were quite a few new players that day. I hope every Gorilla Tag player has a wonderful 2024, and thank you so much for watching this far. This video officially marks my 1-year anniversary of doing YouTube, which is kinda wild. I'll definitely be continuing to make way more content after this, and hopefully I'll make a video just like this one next year. And that is everything from 2023. Goodbye.